Hi guys, welcome to another Buzzin chat show here on Buzzin Pattaya, and welcome to today's episode. Thank you very much for everybody that's been sending in lots of questions, and we're going to go through some of those today and hopefully answer them for you. But before I get into today's show, I need to say a few thank yous and some shout outs. Firstly, I want to shout out to PEROZ, PEREIRA, Gary Cook, Tosh, William Warren, Phil, Average Joe, Andy Wheeler, Serenity, AGOGO, Titus Wolf, and William H. Guys, thank you so much for joining the channel. Please have a look in the description below. You'll see the link to our Telegram group. Please join our Telegram group and I'll pass you across over to our members area. And don't forget to send me through an email, 247pattaya@gmail.com. Send me through an email with a picture of yourself, your username on YouTube, your actual name, and a made-up password if needed for any verification, and I in turn will send you back your Buzzin members card. I also need to make some apologies here. The other day I was down on Jomtien. I was looking around the jet ski competition, and a great day that was. We did a live chat, and thank you very much to everybody that interacted, and thank you to those that were kind enough to send in your super chats. But I did miss a couple of people because I was walking around. It's very hard. I have to be honest with you. I'm not making excuses. I'm just being honest that sometimes when I'm walking around, I'm looking at stuff and I miss stuff because on the phones, obviously I do my super chat. I do my walkabouts on my mobile phone. And the chats come up and disappear, so you very easily miss them. But anyway, I want to say an apology and a huge thank you to SODAPOP Curtis for your super chat there for $25, and also to Todd P for your contribution of $20 as well. It's very, very kind, you guys. As I say many times, and I'll always tell you, all the money I raise goes to the Baan Kruja Orphanage for the children. Hopefully, in not too distant future, we'll be able to take them out and start spending some of this money, because I've got a pot of money waiting for these kids to take them out and go and do some wonderful things. All right, so I'm sat on my balcony, and I get asked quite a lot about my view, so I'll just show you the view now while I carry on talking. And as you can see, now it's a nice view, and it's okay. You know, I like it here. I'm far enough out of the city as well as close enough to the city to enjoy my life here. All right, so let's get into today's show, and I want to answer these questions for you guys. The first thing was from Smeghead. Now, Smeghead has sent in the question, the bar fines in gentlemen's clubs, how do they work? So just to clear this up for you, when you go to a gentlemen's club, generally speaking, you very rarely, well, not rarely, but you don't tend to take the girls off site. Normally, the purpose of going to the gentlemen's club is that you can have a few beers with your friends, etc., and you can keep what you do in the gentlemen's club in the gentlemen's club. Having said that, there is a bar fine payable to cover the cost of the room, and they vary from place to place. You know, there's no set given. I think in general, normally between 300 or 400 baht, maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure, guys. Maybe you know better than me on that. But in terms of the bar fines, it is a payment due. But as I say, you don't tend to take the girls with you. Some guys do, you know, some guys do. But if the clubs have got less girls, then for obvious reasons, they try to keep those girls on site as long as they possibly can. Because the last thing you want to do, and I've had this myself, I'm sure you guys have, is you walk through the door and it's empty, or there's like 2 girls and you're thinking, really? You know, I've come out for a beer and there's nobody there. But it's a really, really hard job for these clubs. And not just the gentlemen's clubs, you know, everywhere. The go-go bars, the beer bars, etc. Because, you know, especially when it's busy. I mean, I know right now we're in the midst of this dismal situation we're in. But in general, when it's busy, you know, people come in and want to hook a girl out the bar, which is understandable because you want to go off and have a nice evening. Having said that, it leaves the bar with less and less girls. And of course, then the person coming in at, say, 10 and 11 o'clock at night walks through the door and says, well, this place is no good, he's got no girls. Trouble is, what you didn't realise was 2 hours ago, he was packed with girls. So it's a very, very hard one. But to answer your question, Smeghead, in all fairness, mate, you know, bar fines do exist, obviously. They range, unless you guys can correct me, I think between about 300 to 500 baht, roughly, something like that. And in general, you don't tend to normally take the girls out of the clubs. You normally keep them in the club, and you know, you have your afternoon's entertainment, and then that's it. It's job done, and away you go. gentlemen's club tend to like lean towards people that are living here in a relationship, because it allows them to go out and enjoy themselves and not have to worry about any private eyes and people like me getting you on camera. I'm only joking, I wouldn't do that to you. But so hopefully that answers your question. Now, Lee Hume, dude, me and you need to have a chat. So I want to explain, people keep asking me about the zip wire. So what happened was, I'll tell you the truth now. I was on Telegram one morning, a couple of days back. We were having a bit of general chit chat, a bit of fun. You know, the guys like to give me a hard time and I take everything on the joyce, no dramas. I love it. I love the banter. And we got onto the subject of a zip wire. And sorry, that's one of the downsides to living here is I've got the railway over there and I've also got a road down here where these little kids on these 125 supercharged, you know, rockets want to give it big licks like he's just done. So anyway, yeah, so we were talking about the zip wire in Jomtien. Now, you may not know there's a Jomtien tower, big tall tower with a zip wire on it. It's 235 meters from the top to the bottom. And we got into this discussion, and the discussion got into more kind of like pointing towards me doing the zip wire, and we were joking around, etc. And they were egging me on, and I said, look guys, I'll tell you what we'll do. You raise 50,000 baht for me, I'll do the zip wire, because I really don't want to do it, to be honest with you. Thinking, stupidly, that it would just be pie in the sky talk and nothing would happen. Next thing I know, Lee Humes jumped in there and set up a GoFundMe page, and the link is in the description below. Guys were jumping on there, like just donating incredible amounts of money, absolutely unbelievable. And within the hour, we raised enough money to, unfortunately for me, but fortunately for the kids, for me to get my ass up there and to zip wire down, which I've got to be honest with you, I really, the more I think about it, the more I'm petrifying myself. But it is what it is, and I will do it. I might cry like a baby and scream like a bitch going down, but I will do it because obviously for the children. So we got to that stage. And I thought, well, what have I let myself in for? But think of the cause, think of the cause. Next thing I know, they've changed the goalpost from raising that to raising £2,500, of which I think we're about £1,535 right now. But to reach £2,500 to fly me out of a bloody aeroplane. I mean, honestly, that really is just ridiculous. That's stupid, like, you know, that really is just OTT. So if we do it, we do it, and if you raise the money, well then absolutely amazing for the kids, but my lord, I really can't see that. I mean, it's even making me feel a bit funny right now talking about jumping out of an airplane, but hey ho. So yeah, so Lee, thank you so much for what you've done and for creating what's been an incredible journey the last few days. Thank you to everybody that has sponsored the GoFundMe page and donated, because your donations are fantastic. And you know, I feel a little bit worried about this, because what I dread to think is that people will be worrying about, well, hang on, Trev, you know, you got all this money coming in and you're not going anywhere. Guys, I can't go anywhere right now, but I absolutely 1,000,000% without question, as soon as these places open, I will be taking the kids out and we will be videoing everything and showing you. And we've got a load to do for them. I can't wait. I did suggest taking them down to the beach the other day, but someone quite rightly said, you be careful with that, because obviously with the COVID and stuff and the restrictions, maybe it's not such a good idea right now. But I give you my word, my life, once the things open here, I promise you all the money we're raising will 100% go to these children, and we will have some great videos coming up to show you what we're doing. So yeah, thanks Lee, thank you to everybody that supported it, and I've got to go and grow a pair of balls now, haven't I? What's that all about? All right, so talking of balls, Paul said, is there a limit to how many girls you can bar fine in one place? Well, we touched on this a while back, because you've got to be very careful. You know, you have to be very careful. Girls get very protective over you, particularly if you're going back to her point of work and then you take another girl out, because she loses face, okay? She does lose face, because the girls will say, well, why has he not come back for you? You know, what happened kind of thing. So if you're very upfront at the outset, then there is no real issue, mostly. But if you're thinking about, you know, 2 or 3 girls to come with you, then, you know, yes, you can do that, because you're being open from the outset. You're making your status saying, look, you know, I want these 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever, I don't know, whatever floats your boat. But you're allowing that opportunity to be made quite clear that you're here to have fun and you want to take 2 or 3 girls. So there's not a problem with it. What I would suggest you do is just talk amongst the girls that you want to take out as a group and just make sure everybody's happy with each other to do that, because the last thing you want to do is take these girls out and suddenly it all goes pear-shaped and you ended up with like 3 or 2 or whatever girls that are, you know, all bar humbug and in a mood with each other. And it does happen, sadly, but you know, just be up front and just clear the air before you set foot and outside the bar. But yes, you know, you can do it. It's very common. It's not as unusual as people think. And yeah, you know, without a doubt, it can be done, Paul. Bad Boy says, are there any scams in Pattaya that a newbie needs to look out for? Oh, my friend. I mean, there are, obviously, you know, but not just here, around the world. You know, newbies coming out to anywhere are always on the firing line in terms of quick money making scams. Things that you want to be aware of here is, like, you know, the motorbikes. Just you know, always haggle your price, pay what you're happy to pay, but just haggle the price. Don't necessarily accept the first price, because they will try it. You know, they're trying to earn as much money as possible. So you know, just be a bit aware on those. Maybe ask around people to get the average idea of what prices you should pay from A to B, etc. Just give yourself a guide. The BART buses, never ever stop the BART bus and ask the driver how much to go wherever, because he's going to inflate the price 10 times over. Just get on the damn thing, press the buzzer when you want to get off, and give him your 10 baht. That is it. So don't ask a BART bus driver how much to go from this end of Second Road to the far end of Second Road where Naklua is, and he'll say 100 baht. It's 10 baht, okay? So don't ask the BART bus drivers. It is just a given fare here that everybody is more than well aware of. I touched on this very briefly when we went to the jet ski competition down in Jomtien. You know, be very careful if you do wish to get on a jet ski and hire a jet ski. You know, they are notoriously bad here in terms of possible traps that you can be finding yourself into, things like marks or water paint where it will wash off as you're bombing around, scratches, all those kind of things. So, you know, please, if you are adamant that you have to use a jet ski, just be very, very careful. Video the boat as you go around before you get on it. Take pictures, make the vendor know that you are not going to be taken for a mug here, and he's going to come back and say, oh, you owe me £1,000 for damages that you didn't cause. So, you know, the jet skis, be very careful of. Scams, I mean, oh mate, there's so many. I mean, just have your wits about you, you know, don't get carried away in the moment. It's very easy to lose consciousness of what's going on because you're having such a good time, etc., etc. And it's great, you know. I'm chuffed to bits for you. It really is fantastic that you can have such a brilliant time. But just try and keep it level. Don't go out with a pocket full of cash. Take enough out just to enjoy yourself for that evening. And if you are going to be thinking about bringing some company back to your room, well, you can always leave that kind of money behind in your room and use it when you need it. You don't necessarily need to walk around with a wad in your wallet, because it's, you know, it's not so good to showcase, hey guys, look at me, I've got a lot of money. Loz says, exchange rate, will it go up? Well, do you know what, if you'd have asked me this a year ago when we were in the doldrums of 39s and all the other poor rates that we were, I mean, I remember we used to cling on to, like, can we get to 40? Will it continue to rise? Now, I have to say I am no financial expert in any way, shape or form. In fact, I don't even know how it all works, if I'm being truthful. So I tend to look at the exchange rate when people ask me, because obviously I don't need the exchange rate here because I don't exchange money. So I think at the moment it's 43.1 or 43.2, something like that. I have to say that's the highest it has been for many months, and it really has incredibly, from my understanding, weakened. And I don't know why it's weakening, truthfully. But like I said, I don't understand this stuff. So for me to tell you why it's weakening is you know, it's rubbish, because I've got no idea. But I think it's at the highest. Will it go up to 50? I doubt that very much. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I am. I've still got. Do you know what? I've been here 10 years. I've still got a few quid tucked away in English money that I'm just waiting to change. But because I'm so tight, I don't want to change it at 38 or 39 because I remember it when it was miles higher. I mean, we used to use 50 as a ballpark figure. I'll just call it 50, even though it was like 56, 58, whatever. But I hope it does go back up. If it does, great. And especially, you know, for you guys, because if you're coming over here on holiday, obviously you want to have a good time. I'm assuming that maybe you've got some money put away ready for this time when we can resume normal life again, whatever that's going to be, and you can start to bring your flights, etc. over. So I do hope that it goes up and the baht continues to weaken, but I'm no financial expert. I don't even know how it works, to be honest with you. So, you know, maybe someone in the comments here can explain why it's weakening, because truthfully I have absolutely no idea. So will it go up? I hope so, mate. I hope so. Right, where are we? Craig, long stay holiday and living does boredom. Right. So what Craig's asking is, when you stay here for a long time or you live here, is it easy to get bored? I will answer that in a different way. It's easy for you to become complacent and lazy. That's the difference. You can do different things here every single day, go and experience new things, go and experience fun things, do whatever it is you want. But the answer lies in you as an individual. If you wake up every day and have your cup of coffee, sit on your balcony, watch a bit of TV, lay on your bed, fall asleep, wake up again, go and have a few beers, come back, you know, you get the feeling. It really can become quite monotonous. And as you know, when anything's monotonous, it becomes boring. And then, of course, you start to lose the will. And I've got friends here that, you know, it's hard because I watch some people and they just drink consistently every day. And I'm thinking, come on, you know, it's not for me to put my nose in and stick my nose in. It's not my business. But I look at people and I think, get up and do something, you know, go out and change your routine, find other things to do, because you can get yourself in a downward spiral relatively quickly. So there's lots of things to do here. You know, we've got so many different expat meetup groups where you can come and interact. There's sports clubs, there's meetings, there's coffee chats. You know, we have a coffee meeting once a week and we're going to start to resume the bar calls eventually. And there's me saying, don't drink. It's starting to rain. Oh, there you go. But, you know, it's very easy to become complacent, and it's very, very easy just to sit back and let the world pass you by. But it does come with some dangers, because you know what it's like. If you start getting bored, you start to lose your enthusiasm, you start to lose your interest, and then before you know it, you're sitting there thinking, why am I even here? This place is rubbish. When in fact, we're in one of the best places in the world, in my opinion. You know, you may disagree, but for me, and not because of the girls, that's irrelevant. You know, I've got a missus and kids, so I don't really interact in that side of things. But for me, to wake up every day, to enjoy the climate, to enjoy the food, to have the ability to just walk down to the beach, to have the ability to go over to Mapachan Lake and sit around the lake, to go into these different restaurants and different bars and meet new people, etc., etc. You know, it really is paradise, if I'm being honest. So in answer to your question, Craig, yes, it's very, very easy to get bored here, but the emphasis remains on you as an individual, not here as a location. This place has got more things to do than you could ever actually get around to do. So it's up to you guys, as they say in Thai, up to you. All right, so that's it today. That's covered Smeghead. That said thank you to Lee. I've answered Paul, Bad Boy, Loz, and Craig. I've answered you. Now, guys, if you have got any questions you'd like to ask, please ask them here. And I'll tell you why, because if they're what I would call like a discussion group that I can just let people interact with, we'll cover it on the live chats. If it's something that I want to talk specifically to you about without being interrupted with messages like I do get in the chats, in the live chats, then please ask the question and I will bring it to this to our Wednesday buzzing chat rather than take it to the live stream. And I don't know if you're still watching. If you are, I just want to ask you one question as well about the live stream. I'm going to cover this in the live streams that we do. I want to make sure I get the balance right, and I just need to try and figure out the way forward, because right now I've got scheduled interviews on a Monday and a Friday. We have our scheduled live stream, Raw and Unplanned, on a Sunday. I have this, which is our Buzzing chat, where I answer your questions on a Wednesday. But that does leave me with a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Saturday free. Now, I could go off and do walkabouts, which are not live, or I could cover them on a live and allow you guys to interact with me whilst I'm walking around. I'm not really sure what the best way forward is, because I don't want to be merging into being just a live stream channel, and I don't want to forget what's made this channel so popular. So I'd appreciate any feedback on that, guys. What do you think I should do? You know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday are already taken care of, but what do I do on a Tuesday, Thursday, and a Saturday? Do I make it live, or do I go out and carry on doing the walk-arounds like I do and talk about stuff that's going on here? Over to you guys. I appreciate your advice and any support. Okay, that's me done today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Guys, please join the members area. More and more businesses now are going to start to offer us discounts, so when you show your members digital ID that I've been sending out to all our members, you can get stuff back off. And you know, there's some good deals out there. Certainly it will cover the cost of your membership without a shadow of a doubt. So please have a look at that and join our Telegram group. You know, we've got over 2,300 people, I believe, now in the group. It really is good fun. Lots of like-minded people, just like you guys, that have a love for where we are and like to interact with each other. And you know, it's great. You know, they're even organising their own little meetups and going off and doing their own thing. It's brilliant, absolutely fantastic. So please have a look at the Telegram group. The link is in the description below, and I will put the link to the GoFundMe page if you want me to jump out of an aeroplane. Oh my Lord, who would have thought that? Anyway, all right guys, thank you so much for watching, and please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.